We have to reconnect the Facebook for the StreamYards. And
It's 8 o'clock, people.
Back up the StreamYards and do all the StreamYard things.
The streams.
I would like to shout out to StreamYard, but they don't give a shit. We pay them.
They don't care. Every podcast that I know about, like every once in a while they'll talk about the StreamYard or whatever. So I think it's a very popular platform.
It is a good platform if you're looking to do a podcast and you want to be on multiple sites at once. It's the way to go. My aunt says hello out there.
Hey,
hello, my aunt.
Cheryl.
Yeah. So just so everybody knows, well, welcome to Marital Hate.
Welcome.
We do a podcast. I'm Stacey. This is my husband Doug. He can't talk because he has something in his mouth. And we do a nightly podcast. It's definitely not suitable for children or really anyone.
Well, yeah, really. Don't tell people you're trying to attract viewership or listenership, and you're telling them it's not suitable for anyone.
It's not, but the people that would like this show would watch things that are not suitable for anyone.
A better way to put
That's
it
our demographic.
It's somewhat inappropriate.
Somewhat would be an understatement. And I've got some extra stuff today. Oh my God! Wait till you hear about Joe in the parking lot.
I forgot about Joe in the parking lot.
And also, so we're doing this. Other fun moments throughout our weekend. Anyway, so our podcast is live. That's an owl, borrowing owl. We're here in Florida. They're endangered.
They're I think they're a threatened species.
Okay, well, we have about 1 billion of them on our street. So
if you're looking for them,
my arm is wagging like a flag, and the borrowing owl is going to come and peck at me. So we do this live podcast Monday through Friday, no matter which platform you're watching from, be it YouTube or Facebook. Whichever feed you're watching from, there's multiple feeds. So if you comment, we bring your comment up on screen, and it makes us happy because we were like, oh, we're not just talking to ourselves. And then we, Also, if you can always private message us, or
call us on the phone.
Our things that we have.
Send us a nice letter.
Look at all the things that we have on the bottom of the screen here. There's like a ticker, and it tells us all the things that we have.
This is how you can get in touch with us.
We have the Facebook, the Instagram, the Twitter, the TikTok. We don't know how to use half of them, but we have them.
The tibby, the hip hop. Oh, sorry.
What's wrong with you? All right. So I was going to do a weekend. Well, I want to start off by saying I feel like shit. So this could end at any minute.
Oh, she could be vomiting.
It could happen.
In this bucket.
When was the vomiting? Was that Thursday night?
I think it was Thursday. It was either Thursday. Yeah, it was Thursday into Friday, I believe.
I woke up in the morning and I think it was Friday into Saturday.
Oh no, it was Friday into Saturday. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, because we had done the podcast. So you guys, just so you know,
you guys are causing us to vomit.
When you're young, you go out and you drink heavily.
Yeah.
Tequila shots, perhaps. I think we've all had that night with tequila.
I have not, but
and
okay. I've never thrown up.
And you end up vomiting.
Drinking.
Really?
Never.
Maybe if you had graduated college, you would.
You know what?
Maybe if you were a man.
Maybe I'm trying to be an upstanding person that doesn't go, like going crazy. I don't like losing control. I don't like being out of control. I'm not a control freak by any means, but I just don't want to be that guy.
Okay, first of all, I have watched you be that guy.
Yeah, I didn't want to be that guy. Have I ever been that guy?
Because makeup and a bra. Yeah. I have pictures of you dry heaving on the side of the road in Provincetown. I have pictures of you making kissy faces with a Polish man.
So here's the thing.
You dry heaved. I have pictures of it. Right, you're a liar.
We'll bring those. I did get out of the car because I was in the back of like a King Cab pickup truck, and I'm like in the middle, and I'm like, oh, this is not going to go well.
Doug cannot handle his moonshine.
I will say this: on any of those occasions, was it my choice? I'm like, yeah,
you can say no. You can say no.
You can't really no.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
No.
I say no to them all the time.
Well, I'm saying no now.
The only time I say yes. Okay, so I have a narcolepsy diagnosis. Oh, wait, we have something. Anne says, hello, people. How do I send the 200 stars? I don't know what that is, but I don't know. But I think there's a thing where we can get stars and it gives us money.
Oh.
Everybody gives us like $2 a night.
See, this is one thing we should probably if
we're like a machine that entertains you.
This is one of those things that I think we should have thoroughly investigated before doing 128 shows.
Maybe, but here we are. You just send us cash in the mail. That's fine. Presents. We like presents. And do not send us anything. You've done too much. But we do appreciate you. So wait, what were we talking about?
You were talking about drinking and how.
So the only time I would advise drinking with the Polish or anyone who drinks excessively, not that all Polish drink excessively, just that my Polish drink excessively. Not that they're really my Polish anymore, but all the Polish that I know, they drink. So anyway, I did the drinking with the Polish people. What I learned is that because I have a narcolepsy diagnosis, and one of the medications that they give you for narcolepsy is Provigil or Mondofil, depending on whether you have the branded or unbranded kind. Hopefully you get the unbranded because the branded is $3,000 a month. I do not take it anymore, but I do have some.
I ain't got money for that.
It is prescribed. I don't take them anymore, but it is because I don't do pharma, but it is prescribed to me and I still have some left. So, I have a narcolepsy diagnosis and chronic fatigue, so I get really tired sometimes. So I don't generally do caffeine. I don't normally do stimulants, but every once in a while I will I'll have caffeine, or in rare cases I'll take a Provigil. And what I learned when we were in vacation in New Hampshire at this time of year, was Halloween, was that if I take a Provigil that advises you not to take it with alcohol, I can drink toe to toe with the Polskas at a Polska party. I had 9 shots that night, some gummy bears and some cannabis oil, and I was still standing. Whereas they have gotten their hands on you and it has not gone well.
Whereas Donna threw her moonshine, her little shot of moonshine, into the fire and it went
burst into flames.
Boom.
Not to be confused with Donna having an angry outburst at a Yellow Jacket that she stomped on and screamed, 250 fucking pounds. That's right, girl. You get it. You don't take any shit from anybody. Anne says there's a comment that says that. Oh,
I don't know.
I don't know. If you could screenshot that and send it to me, I would appreciate it. Or you could send us some stars. We would love that. It would be like a little star for us. Because we can be your shining star.
You
are
my shining star. Never go away. I don't. That's all I know of that song.
This is why we have 3 viewers, because we suck. So I don't know if you guys noticed I'm wearing a Peg Bundy tonight.
Peg Bundys are anything that she wears with an animal print.
But it's like a
But it's like a nighty, moody, moo kind of situation.
Which I really fucking appreciated when total strangers showed up at the door unannounced today. Because they felt like crap, couldn't get out of bed, sat on the couch all day. Oh, while we were sitting here doing this, remember when I was facing you and I faced this way and I said, no, never mind? I had it felt like an aneurysm. Big pressure and then pop. It's a good feeling to have. Anne says, I want to send them, but I don't know how. Freaking damn it. Oh, well, I don't know either, but Doug could Google how to send stars.
We'll look it up.
How to send stars on Facebook.
I don't know if it's Facebook or Facebook.
This feature gives you the ability to buy and send stars and leave a comment for the content creator. Tap on the content in your field.
It's just a car.
Tap next to write a comment. Your balance of stars will just be displayed on the top right. Select the amount of stars you want to send or type in a custom amount.
That's in Facebook. She says she's on YouTube.
No, she's not.
YouTube. It says right here. Anne says, I am on YouTube.
That's odd.
It's probably the same
on our
thing.
On our end, it looks like you're on Facebook. Send stars on YouTube. Did we get monetized on YouTube? That would be a pretty big deal.
How to send stars on Facebook. I typed in how to send stars YouTube.
It's only saying it on Facebook, and on our end, it's showing you up as being on Facebook. So I don't know what you're talking about, but I could be wrong. Yeah. So if you look on your pic on our screen right here, you see your little picture, and it says Anne, your whole name, and it says Facebook, but you wrote YouTube. But there, it says
she says
Facebook.
She's a little gone.
Shit, you're right. I'm a little gone. That's fantastic.
That makes
I love
two
it.
of you.
That makes all of us. Oh, I'm coming on the tail end of marijuana high. I should probably take some more. We should all take some marijuana. No, not everybody. I'm not encouraging you to do drugs. If I had a choice, I would not be using cannabis oil. But with the pain. So what were we talking? Friday.
You're talking in the puking episode.
So Friday night, It was like 3 o'clock in the morning, and I had woken up at like 1, and my stomach was just fucking killing me. And now it's 3, and I can't get back to sleep. Can't back to sleep. My stomach's killing me. I go in the bathroom, and I just proceed. I'm sorry, this would be rather graphic. Put your snacks aside, please. To piss out my ass and vomit out my mouth into the wastebasket. And I didn't know what was in the wastebasket. It was dark. I didn't know if there was going to be a lizard in there. So I just didn't dump it out, and I just puked on top of the trash. But it wasn't a lot of puke. You'll be happy to know. And so I was able to leave it for Doug to deal with the next day.
Nice.
So I woke up I was grouchy, and no, I'm a good puker. Wouldn't you say I'm a good puker?
Yes, you're very good.
Like, I'll puke and I'll continue my sentence like it's nothing. What got me was the exhaustion. I was just so
well,
tired.
it's middle.
And I had such. I have been, and full moon, new moon, solar events like the eclipse that we just had and the full moon we just had tend to fuck up people with Lyme. Anybody with parasites, anybody with chronic illnesses, we all tend to be fucked up by it. And so I was having a pretty rough time. I've been having a rough time basically since we got back from Massachusetts. I've had a couple of days here and there where I've pushed myself, but then I've regretted it.
Yeah. So, and there's been sometimes you push yourself in the last 5 seconds.
Yeah.
We get down the light Saturday. Down the corner. Yeah.
Well, we had it a couple of weeks ago. We were going to go to Costco, and we went to stop at Dunkin' Donuts to grab something, and an iced tea with lemon. They don't have lemons.
No lemons.
So all those real lemons I bought like months ago for no freaking reason. No, for a reason. So the lemons. So we get to Dunks, and I couldn't do it. I was like, I can't do anything. We need to go home. And so then that's happened several times. And so Saturday we just we were doing stuff around the house all day. And then I took a bath, and we were gonna go. You did a bunch of cleaning. I paid bills. Mm-hmm. And we were going to go to Ding Darling, which is Ding Darling, by the way, if you've ever been to Southwest Florida, or if you haven't. And I don't know. See, my aunt and those guys, they come with their motorcycles. That's not appropriate for Ding Darling, I don't think.
Oh, that's scary. Thanks. Just want to say hi back to Randall from Liberia. He's doing well. I hope he's doing well over there.
And Anne says, I usually go on YouTube. Happens to the best of us. She says, I'm back on YouTube. I meant to tell you that Facebook took my restrictions off. I fought them on it. Good for you. I fought them a million times and never gotten anywhere. I've given up. So Ding Darling is a wildlife refuge. Actually, Anne and I went there when she was here on Sanibel Island. It hasn't quite recovered from Ian yet, but it's most of the way there.
One thing I noticed this time was that you can actually see where the salt water went up to, because the trees are all they're almost had a white coating on them up to about 10 feet.
You can't see where the salt water was. The Ding Darling, it's an annual pass is $25. We've paid for that thing 100 times over, because you go for the day. It's good. I believe I don't know if it's good that day and 24 hours or 3 days or something, but if you go, it's $10. And you drive through, it's like 3 miles. And you can drive through as many times as you want in a single day. But we have an annual pass, so we just go anytime we're trying to feel better, anytime we have company, anytime we just need to get out of the house, we go to Ding Darling. And the fact that the Jeep is making a fucking racket. Mechanic did not show up last week. He's supposed to be here tomorrow.
Supposed to be.
We shall see.
But it's kind of like one of those things. The exhaust a little louder, but there's all kinds of rattling going on over there.
Yeah, so it sounds like a Subaru, but every once in a while you stop and it sounds like a heat shield. I just keep waiting for the exhaust to blow the fuck off of it.
Nothing's hanging. Nothing's hanging.
It's Florida. Nothing. Nobody cares. Did you actually look and see if it was hanging?
I did. Yeah, there was nothing hanging up. Randall's doing well. Wow.
I'm glad to hear that.
Good to hear. Good to hear. And Walker and M. Walker Annam. She loves Ding Darling. Would like it early AM or evening for photo ops. Yes, indeed.
Yes. Well, so they close pretty early though. They close at 5.
Somewhere around 5:30, I think. Actually, yeah.
So I don't remember what time you and I went. I think it was midday, which was not the best time. Plus, the other thing is, I'm never feeling very well, so I always have to do things fairly quickly. I really suck, really, to be around. That's really what it comes down to.
You don't.
I know I kind of do. Because I can't tolerate heat, and it hasn't been going well for me lately.
And when you drive in the Jeep, you can't even open your eyes.
That's a story for another day.
I will say this. We did. We saw. What did we see? Iguanas. We saw the jumping fish. We saw some big ass bird. We talked to our friend that works at the little gate up front. We saw a guy catch a fish.
We were so excited about the fish. He was not.
He was not. He was like, that's too
Last
small.
time I was there, I saw a manatee, and I think a gator, And I think so. Well, so what do we see this time? Some fancy fucking birds.
Yeah. Fancy birds
Iguanas.
of different sizes.
Iguanas.
A couple of iguanas.
Fish jumping.
Guy catching a fish.
Guy catching a fish.
A lot of fish jumping like
the fuck out of water. Big.
They just jump
birds.
out of the water. It's crazy.
And on our way out, we saw a gopher tortoise.
We did.
Doug took a selfie with it. And then he rescued. My husband is a hero.
I'm a hero.
I slammed on the brakes and was like, "Get out
species
and save that fucking turtle."
Southwest
you know why
Florida.
he didn't see the turtle? He was on his phone. So,
no, I look on the side of the road for the turtles. I don't look in the road.
Well, it was in the road.
So maybe I need to take a different approach
was
to my turtle
between my
rescue.
tires, and so I pulled over so that you could.
So I jumped out of the Jeep with no door. So I was man in action.
You had to put your shoes on.
And then I had flip flops because I never wear flip flops. I threw my flip flops.
His croc flops
with the charms on them. I threw them on the ground, jumped into them,
Those
and meanwhile the guy pulls up, puts on his hazard lights, and he's like gives me a thumbs up, whatever. And so I get the turtle and take him across the road, and I don't know what kind of turtle it was.
That's a fucking gopher.
Because it was pretty fairly small. It could have been a box turtle. It could have been whatever. It could have been a painted turtle, a cooter, a stink pot. It could have been any of these. So I'm like, what are you? Anyways, once I got to dry land on the other side of the road, I look at it and it's classic gopher tortoise. And so I put him down there, and people like honking and thanking me and stuff as they drove away. So it was good. It was because I'd seen only one other gopher tortoise on the island or anywhere since Florida. So since being in Florida, and so it was cool to kind of see them. And we went to the Mucky Duck, which is like a little restaurant, which is right on the water in the Gulf of Mexico.
I just wanted to share that picture real quick, if you have a sec. Would that be okay with you?
Yeah, no, go ahead. My wife's going to show you the picture of me and my new friend, which was and it was all fun and games until my friend Stoney said that, "How do you feel knowing that he's going to outlive you?" And then I'm like, "Oh, I guess
there he is.
Right. I guess you're right."
There he is. That is the turtle that Doug took a selfie with. I don't know if the turtle appreciated it as much as Doug did, but yeah. And here, if you haven't been paying attention, here he is.
There's me as in the field. That's my field work.
Selfie with the turtle, right with the tortoise.
And I'm talking to him.
So young Jim, who is one of the kids' friends growing up, texted me today, and I showed him the picture, and he said, "Oh, you're showing him pictures to comfort him." And I said, "No, he's taking a selfie." Which I
talked to him. I calmed him down. He was very nice. Like, I don't think that turtle gets a lot of human interaction from the folks on Sanibel.
But we didn't get I think that you're not supposed to have human interaction with them. That's the whole point, is that humans to fuck things up.
I didn't, as they say, molest him.
I think the turtle would disagree with you.
No.
I think that the
turtle was more
the turtle
inconvenience.
turned around and ran away from you.
He didn't run.
He ran as fast as
he could. He kind of did one of these.
And then you turned around, you chased him around in a goddamn circle. I wish I had videotaped the whole thing. I don't think that FWC would be like, "Oh, here you are, animals matter." Here's the thing: FWC had seen that and they would have fucking scolded you. But a half hour later, you redeemed yourself by saving a gopher tortoise.
I'm a friend of the turtles.
At the end of the day, you have me to thank for driving the Jeep.
That's right. You indeed. So Ann says, "Oh, Doug, you saved the turtle's life. Good job."
And I think it's the same turtle that you picked up the turtle shit from, because it was right near where we saw it.
And of course, and Tom says not all heroes wear capes. That's true. Thomas.
Some of them wear Crocs
with charms on them. Well, here's
cool as shit. I love
here's
them.
the difference between Doug and Stacy, right? So Doug would not have bought the Crocs in the first place, but if he had,
you're supposed to wear house shoes.
He would have worn.
The lady
Crocs.
told you to wear house shoes.
Fuck the lady. The lady don't know shit.
I did not like that lady.
Lady's working at a shoe store on a Saturday. Fuck that lady. She didn't know shit. If she knew shit, she wouldn't be working at a shoe store.
Ow.
Sorry, that was mean.
You're very aggressive toward people who work at shoe stores.
I'm just kidding.
That's listen. I'm going to be wearing the Peg Bundy. I'm going to be the one that's going to be aggressive to people.
I'll be the shoe store guy.
If you want to be the Peg Bundy, you can wear this dress and you can be aggressive towards.
I'm a friend to all people, even shoe store. But anyway, so
do you like cyclists?
My
fuck cyclists.
I'm sorry. I'm in the middle of a story. Marital hate. So I get the Crocs. Don't really want the Crocs. Get the Crocs. Wear them around the house.
Got them Croc charms.
And so she gets me the Croc charms, and I'm like, well, she was nice enough to get the Croc charms. I'm going to use the Croc charms. So on my Croc charms, there's
We already did a whole episode about croc charms. If you're that interested in croc charms, watch that episode. He lost a croc charm. I saved him 2. I gave a bunch to the neighbors. I saved some for my stepson or his son.
So again,
and then and if Wes, if you want to get some crocs, we'll give you some croc charms.
Not all heroes wear capes. They give out croc charms.
Some of them buy croc charms.
Yeah.
For the bargain price of $5.99.
Sometimes on turtles that are endangered like that, they'll notch their shells to make so that poachers don't get them and sell them for a trade. Like sometimes they drill a hole in their shell. I could have put a little croc charm in that little guy's shell hole.
He had a hole in the shell?
No, but they usually do. They go around and that's how they tag them, and that's how they prevent them from going.
And if you put a croc charm in it, WC would not like that.
Donna says she hates Crocs.
Donna, I'm telling you.
What do you like, Donna? Donna, you come on here. You want to scratch people's cars. You don't like this. You don't like that. You don't like campers. You want to set your camper on fire. Donna, we're having an intervention.
Donna, breathe.
You have to like something. I know she likes her husband.
Come on, let's do it. Let's all deep breath together.
There we go. Now that's better, Donna.
Sandals. Well, the sandals are great. Actually, Doug has the pair that's a slide, and I have ones that are super cute. They look like little dressy sandals.
Well, my whole thing of not wearing flip-flops, I don't like to wear flip-flops.
He doesn't want somebody to pee on his feet.
But if you've ever gone to the bathroom, if you're a man at Fenway Park, there's you're gonna get splashed on.
I don't think that they have the communal urinals anymore, do they?
The communal urinal was better because it was a big trough in the middle of the room.
A piss and dicks? That's the gayest thing you've ever said.
And then you just turn on the faucet.
I don't mean something like, oh, that's gay, like people used to say, and it's like now considered offensive. I mean, like literally, bunch of dudes pissing into a urinal together with piss swirling around. Gay as shit. Actually gay.
Well, it's the only fluid that's coming out.
Do you make eye contact? Like you're at the urinal and do you make eye contact with the other men?
Well, I do. I don't know. So Donna says that calm things make her crazy and crazy things make her normal. Go figure.
Normal.
There's actually a theory about that.
Normal. I love you, but normal, really?
Yeah. No.
That's actually rooted typically in trauma.
And Tom says his daughter got a croc stuck in an escalator at Disney Hotel, and now Tom owns Disney.
Can we get some passes, please? We really want
Tom's daughter. It's gonna be called Tom's Daughter Land.
Dude, we would love to go to Disney every single day. We would totally go.
Yeah, I'm not going with Tom. Or his daughter.
If we could afford it, we would be Disney adults in a freaking second.
Do they have a sign up do not let Tom and his daughter in?
One of my daughters, Veronica, watched a kid's foot get eaten by an escalator. She's terrified of escalators. She was in 8th grade. It was right in front of her. Oh, it was bad.
I saw a kid climb on the outside of an escalator and up he went. And when he was going to hit that glass at the top, he was going back down. And some kids, this was when I was kind of young. I was probably 8-10 years old. And then some teenagers ran up there and pulled him over and got him because he was just playing on the side of the escalator, and then whoop, up he went. He was going to fall 30 feet to his death.
My friends and I got kicked out of the Silver City Galleria in Taunton.
Yeah.
For kneeling on the escalator while singing Stairway to Heaven.
Hello to Aunt Cheryl, Todd says. And
hello, Todd.
Donna says, let's do SeaWorld. No, we're not doing SeaWorld. And
I will do SeaWorld.
And supporting their
A, and B, it's 2 hours away. And
their horrible animal abuse.
And it was funny. I was just saying this to you a half hour ago. Nolan's coming soon. Mm-hmm. Then I still don't know from Wes when to book the hotel. Yeah. That's going to be fucking gone if he doesn't tell me soon. Wes,
book the flight.
Nolan's going to be here. And then John and Donna are coming, and I have not been feeling well. So you guys may be going on a lot of adventures and coming home and being like, hey, Stacy's baked on the sofa again. Mm. I might wear my Peg Bundys even. Ooh. Who knows? I might wear a shirt as a dress. Who the fucking knows?
All you need to do, Donna, is hang with me. We'll find gopher tortoises, some flying fish.
You have to work.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I don't know if you're aware of this, but freelancers don't get vacation time.
Freelance work.
And we need the money because we let everything we had dry. Tom says, I used to have a dream as a kid that a baby's foot got cut off in an automatic door at the 5 and 10. Oh my God.
Or worse.
That's terrible.
Woolworths is, yeah.
Donna says you'll feel better when we get there. I hope so. So we have to get through the rest of our weekend recap, and then perhaps we can talk about some new topics.
No new topics.
So,
Monday recap.
So the weekend, so puking, wasn't happy. We were dragging all morning. I felt like I was getting some stuff done. I thought like maybe we'll go out and do something because I've been going crazy because I've been trapped in the house. So we decided to go to Ding Darling. We get there, we talk to our friend, as Doug said, Jim. Super nice guy, photographer, amazing. We saw jumping fish, a tortoise, blah, blah, blah. Isn't that Jim at the booth?
Oh, Jim at the booth. Yeah. I didn't know his name.
Jumping tortoises, iguanas, fancy fucking birds, and one extra fancy fucking bird. Doug saved a tortoise. We went to the Mucky Duck for the blandest food.
It's pretty bland.
I have ever had. And it was overpriced, as beach bars tend to be. I had we both had a sangria. It was like our first date night. And
it was when
what was the last time we had a date night? Do you guys ever remember having a date night?
Oh,
we go watch the Bills
Costco
game.
is a date.
Kind of.
Sad. Yeah, that's
how we roll.
But we
went to dinner.
The sangrias were in a like those little like kind of semi see-through soft, like not even solo cups, but they're
like
just
a plastic cup.
Like a plastic cup, and it was that big, and it had like chunks of fruit in it, so there was probably like a half ounce of sangria in there.
Probably not much, but the thing that bugged me is they're like, okay, so you're gonna have 2 entrees, you're gonna have the special, you're gonna have a fish sandwich, and you're each gonna have a cocktail. It's gonna be $80, and you're gonna have to go over there and get your own fucking water. And here's
in the same cup.
Drink. And by the way, what car parked next to you in the parking lot is at like a 45-degree angle. They don't give a fuck.
They don't care. But we are.
And also the bugs are going to eat your ankles.
Our table was probably about 12 feet from where the sand is, and the sand was probably about another 30 feet to the ocean. So
you go there for
darn good.
Go there for
location.
the sand and the ocean view.
Although the people watching was good there. We listened to people interesting conversations here and there, and
there was a little girl walking around with her nipple hanging out. It was so funny. She had her dress like off. I'm like, is this my long lost child? Although she had an accent, I don't.
Oh,
well, some people think we have accents.
What are you talking about? I do not know.
I thought you put. Did I put it?
What? Put what?
The picture from dinner.
Oh, you put it. You put it.
Well, I'm going to my wall.
Donna asks if are you giving out candy tomorrow? John's excited like a kid. The bags of candy were $29 and $36. What the F? I actually ran to Target yesterday to get some. We know our 2 little neighbor girls are coming, but I don't know if past that.
The water kids will probably show up.
The water kids will probably show up. But I noticed at Target the bigger bag of candy was $34.
We should have grabbed it at Costco. We totally forgot. So here we are at the Mucky Duck. That's me. That's the selfie I took. Doug kept taking it from below because he wanted to get the palm trees.
Well, because I also want to get the palm trees and the water.
I am not at an age where I can be shot from below anymore. No, thank you.
I'll shoot you from below.
You shot me from below last night. We'll talk about that later.
No, we're not talking about it.
I have something I want to discuss because it was funny as shit.
Well,
I don't know. I don't think I have that other picture, the one you took. Oh, there it is. And here is the view from the beach. Not too shabby. So that's the Mucky Duck. So the food is overpriced and bland as shit, and the service is okay, but you have to get your own fucking water from like a jug, and then there's something floating in it, and the lady complains, and I'm like, why isn't there anything floating in my water? I
paid extra
my water for $80. I expect something to be floating in my water.
Oh, look who showed up. Oh, it's Tracy.
Hey Trace, what's up? She's busy packing.
Say 29, but whatever.
She's about to move across.
We'll move on.
She's about to move across the country, and she's a lesbian. Give her a fucking break. She's got it hard enough.
It was 57 there. It was 57, meaning the candy was $57.
No, I think I had my screen open and it said it was 57. That was from another post.
No. Today, right now,
it was.
I'll tell you what it is out right now.
It was. It was
78.
It was 57, I think.
High of 88 today.
I don't know where it is. I think I had taken a picture one day where it said the temperature was 57.
Oh, right.
But it's not. It's like 78 right now. It's gorgeous. It's like the perfect temperature. Perfect temperature.
It's beautiful out here. Yeah.
It's a little sticky, but it's not bad.
Yeah. I think this was the first time I was outside all day.
Yeah. Donna says 78 is good. I agree with you. So we did the so I had this there was no flavor in my food. Was there any flavor in yours?
My crunchy grouper sandwich was good.
Very crunchy.
And they did almost like a cornflake coating on the thing, which was really good. but it didn't have any spices or anything to it. So my food, I said, yeah, I would eat there again. I would eat there again specifically because it's like where it is and stuff.
Yeah, what you do is you go there for cocktails. You sit in the recliners out on the beach and you bring your own fucking charcuterie.
That's right. Okay.
And bubble room cake.
Bubble room cake from across the street.
You have to get it from Boops because the bubble room is not open yet, but the bubble room emporium is open. You want to support those local businesses, we support it. Yeah, that's Boops. So they have sandwiches, cake, breakfast sandwiches, root beer floats, ice cream, etc. Tracy says, look at you guys bringing up stuff on screen. I'm so proud. We can occasionally do it. It's harder when we have one computer. I tend to bring things up on screen. Doug doesn't necessarily prepare in advance. Donna
Although
says,
I did tonight.
Home. Yes, you did. Nursing home. What did you bring up tonight?
I have things that I'm going to pull up later.
Donna says nursing home food. That's what my fish tasted like. It was not good. I said, you need, like, why are there white people in the kitchen?
Oh, and you got Brussels sprouts, but the Brussels sprouts looked
my God, they were like
they were wet.
Cabbage. It wasn't good.
They were like wet. Brussels sprouts should be like a nice.
Donna's right. It was nursing home food. It was totally nursing home food. Yeah. And there's this whole trend on the internet where they talk about how white people don't use spices or don't season their food. And I'm like, there's a white chef in that fucking kitchen. It's not good. Donna says, you're in Florida. She raises a valid point, but honestly, this is the first time we've had nursing food, home food. The whole time we've been
sometimes the food isn't that great, but like at least it's passable. Like,
Trey says, I promise after this move, I will work on this with y'all. I will. I've been actually working on that, trying to figure out what we need a producer to do and what we can get AI to do, what I need to do and what Doug needs to do. And the bottom line is,
don't tell me what to do.
I need to be healthy. It's not going well.
So on the way home from our lovely
Donna is a spice addict.
Oh, yeah,
she's a spice girl.
She's spicy.
Tell her what she wants, what she really, really wants, or she'll smash you upside the head with dark peanut butter. She's done it before. She'll do it again.
So on the way back, after I rescue the turtle at dusk.
Yes.
And then we're heading over the bridge. What happens?
No dolphins.
Big old full moon
fucking
coming
huge
over,
moon, but no
over the ocean.
The moon was gigantic.
It was fantastic. So,
and those pictures never come out, right?
No.
Like you're like
the comes out like a dot.
The moon is like in the sky. You're
it's probably like,
oh my God.
8 feet across. You know,
is the moon about to collide with Earth?
Yeah.
And in your photo, it's like
a dot. It's called focal length, folks. That's what causes that. And then so we had to stop at Publix because I needed a couple things. I didn't want to have to go out in the morning. And she parks, I run in, I come out, she's made a friend.
Oh. Oh, wait, hang on. Can we just talk about, I started feeling really shitty.
Yeah.
Like almost immediately. So I was like, hey, we got to go. So we had to wrap up dinner early.
Yeah.
And also we both got bit to death by no-see-ums, despite the fact that we had bug spray on.
You know what? We didn't see them.
We were getting bit before we put the bug spray on. So we don't know if we got bit after, if the bug spray worked or not. But yes, Doug ran into Publix to grab some items that we needed. And
I come out.
There's a gentleman that comes up to me, Joe from the Publix parking lot, who shall be known from this day forward as Joe from the Publix parking lot. Okay, so Joe from the Publix parking lot comes up to me and he says, how do you drive around with no doors on like that? And I'm like, dude, you're old enough to know that Jeeps don't have doors. Or that the doors don't come on Jeeps. But he was just a chatty little man. And so he was, he had like a very he was like kind of gruff and rough around the edges, like me. And so we started chatting and he's like, oh, I got this truck. And he's telling me all about his truck. The conversation with this man, let me just tell you something. If you take the amount of character that I am, combined with the amount of character that Doug is, combined with the amount of character that Donna is, you might come close to the amount of character that we're dealing with here.
All right, so I was in the store for maybe 15 minutes or
we
so,
talked
right?
for 2 hours.
I came out and I was still out there for at least an hour and a half. So it was
crazy.
It was
so
insane.
Here's the long and the short of Joe from the Publix parking lot. You guys ready? Joe from the Publix parking lot. Okay. Joe from the Publix parking lot tells me he has a house. He just closed on a house here, but he had another house here that he had sold, and he has a house in Dennis. And I'm like, I was on Cape Cod, and I'm like, oh, I'm from Massachusetts. I was born in Hyannis. So we started talking. He's telling me he lives in Dennis. And I'm like, well, you're not from Dennis. I'm like, you're not from Dennis. Where are you actually from in Massachusetts? And sure enough, he was from Dorchester. Well, and that made a lot more sense. He had actually originally grown up in the North End. And they moved to the West End.
West End.
No, it was originally the North End, and then West End, and then Dorchester, and then Raynham, which, if you know, I'm from, I went to high school in Taunton for 2 years, Quail Cassidy, which is now closed, defunct.
It was that good.
I broke it. And then from Berkeley, Massachusetts. So this guy is a character that fucking talks to everybody. So he for sure knows half of my family. And because, we all are ridiculous. He was telling me about how he had, Cindy says Jeeps are only good naked. Agreed. And we tend to agree. I don't understand why anybody in Florida keeps their doors and top.
You don't understand why anybody in Florida wears clothes.
I don't understand why I have to wear clothes either. It sucks. So, he has he had bought a home in Raynham. So we were chatting about that local area, and he had recently lost his wife. His wife passed away 14 months prior. And she used to be a model, showed me pictures of her, told me about how she was Irish and how they only have boys. And one of his sons is a cop, and one of his sons drinks too much, and
which may have been the cop, but we're not so sure.
He cheated on his wife, and he had twins, and she was not happy with that. And she was bringing it up 40 years later, and they were together since they were 14 years old, and how he was making paper roses at the VFW, and this guy was fighting with his girlfriend about some guy and his girlfriend were fighting about how she never brings him flowers. He never brings her flowers. So he made a paper flower. When she went to the bathroom, he gave it to her and said, tell her I made this for you, but it's the closest thing I can come to buying you some. And then you buy her a dozen roses tomorrow. And so apparently everybody in the restaurant started wanting roses. So he started making them for everybody. So it's just like the VFW or whatever, the Legion, who knows? It was Lakeville. So whatever they have in Lakeville, Eagles, Legion, probably all of them, Beagle Club, whatever you got. And so he goes, the next week he comes in, this woman's like, sit down. He's like, I'm not going to sit down. By the way, this guy with the F word, even more than I am. And so he's making all these roses and giving them to women. And this woman, when he walks in, is like, sit down. I want a rose. And she's like, I think my husband's cheating on me. I want to pay him back. Let's go outside. Get in the back of my Tahoe. There's a mattress. And he's like, lady, why do you have
the Tahoe and there's a mattress? He goes, how much is this going to cost me?
And she was like, I'm gonna slob your knob like my cousin Rob. And she just was going to town, and she's like, but you can't put your dick inside me. And so I don't know, she was making all kinds of sex noises while he was going to town on her, and she was blowing him, and then there was like, she made a noise, it was like a squeaking noise or something. He was startled by it, so he went soft, and then he's like, well, let me put my dick inside you. And this is, by the way, a 79-year-old man that is telling
that we just
story
met
in a parking lot
in a store.
Just to be clear, this is a 79-year-old man, recently widowed, father of 3, in the Publix parking lot that I just met. And so,
and Vietnam War veteran and 2-time Purple Heart,
two-time Purple Heart and bronze. No, 2-time Bronze Star, 2 Purple Hearts and Brown Stars. He's got awards up the yin, which is good because he's he was in the shit, as they say, the hero that he was. So so the woman in the parking lot, he goes limp, and the woman in the parking lot says, okay, you can stick it in me. And she's like, but just once. And he's like, no, I'm not going to do that. If I do that, I'm going to have your legs up on your shoulder. I'm going to be pumping like crazy. And I got a big Italian dick. Just all kinds of stuff. At least once in the conversation, he talked about smacking somebody with his dick.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. Was it one of his kids?
I don't know.
Was it you?
Might have been me. I don't remember. There was more words put in that like 2-hour conversation, and the store's closing down, and so it was hysterical. Why don't we read some of these comments?
I will. Tracy says West End girl boy, LOL. West End boy and West End girl. And Cindy says, isn't it great meeting people from back home? Kind of. She says, oh, I can't wait to just be naked all the time. Gotta wait for the kids to grow up. Oh, I keep mine. Yeah, Doug keeps putting the back doors on, and I hate it. And she's saying, oh, Lord, girl.
Wait. I can't wait to be naked all the time. Gotta wait for the kids to grow up. Has nothing to do with me putting the back doors on. She's not talking about a Jeep.
Yeah,
she's talking about herself.
She's talking about the Jeep.
Oh, I thought it was that she wants to be naked, running around.
I don't know. You're talking about yourself with the Jeep, because I'm always talking about both. I always want to be naked. I want the Jeep to be naked. The Jeep is naked far more than I am, unfortunately.
No, you're naked again.
Tracy says, wow, you're a beacon for crazy. Says one of my closest friends.
Says the moth to flame. Well, that wasn't even it. Like it went. He told us how he sold his boat after.
Oh my God!
He bought the boat
from some guy for like a bargain price for like 13 grand, and then like
then during after
like
COVID,
he was kind of shystery. Like he kind of screwed people over, and we're not down. Like it's great that he made money, but like don't screw people over for like a couple of grand when you're making millions. That's just ridiculous. City says my Jeep's name is Hooker. She stays naked and dirty, much like myself. Trace is proud to be crazy, and Cindy, much like myself, also means both when she says naked. Yeah. So
you're like a toddler. It's not a sexual thing with you being naked. It's like a toddler thing that you don't realize that you're supposed to have shame.
Hurt. It's weird because I can't feel my arms, legs, hands, or feet, but somehow clothes still hurt at the same time. Go fucking figure. My hairdresser asked me about that one day. She's like, how come it doesn't hurt when I touch your hair, but clothes hurt? And I'm like,
I don't know.
She yanks on my fucking hair.
Oh, so
although when Taylor does it, I don't have a headache for 3 days. But when Sasha does it, I get a fucking headache and a half for 3 days.
Anyway.
So my appointment's coming up.
It's coming up.
It's concerning.
Okay. So anyways, this guy went from selling his house. We found out how he won all his disability cases, how much the figures that he got.
130% disabled. He got a retroactive check for $356,000.
Like in the 80s, like in the early 80s. He had a job.
That was right before his wife passed.
Oh, so he ended up
he worked for a fish company.
He worked for a fish company that the guy was laundering money.
Which he reported to the IRS, and he got a bunch of money for reporting $200,000 for reporting him to the IRS.
And then he did, like, we know, like, I think you overshare, and you get in a lot of words.
I have his tax returns.
And so we know so much about this guy. We know so much about the kids. Golf,
and he told his kids the story about the lady trying to the lady blew him in the parking lot. He had had sex in 2 years. We know that he has a big dick, or he claims to have a big dick.
A big Italian dick. That's what he said.
His big Italian sausage. He made a bunch of money on his first Florida house. He just bought another Florida house for tax purposes because he doesn't have any tax.
He bought the first house down here for $230. Sold it for
$1 million,
or close to or 9 something, wasn't it?
And then bought a boat for 13 grand that was worth like 45.
Sold it for 58.
That for 58, and then sold his Corvette even though he wasn't planning to, and then he just bought this $90,000 truck for 58 grand. So in some, like, when he talks about being successful and making money, I'm psyched about that. But when you screw somebody, I'm not okay with that.
I don't know that he screwed anybody.
No, he did, and he was proud of it.
Well, the one guy he definitely screwed.
There was a few cases, and he screwed people over, like people that are hustling to try to get by. You screw them out of $50. Come on.
Yeah, that's
like the guy that you were already lowballed to begin with. It's just bullshit. It's like when Fred fucking brought that guy over for an estimate and was like, I have no plans to hire him. It's like that time is money to that man. What the fuck are you doing, you piece of shit?
Mime is also money.
City says it sounds like our typical VFW member. That's my second home. I've been to the VFW. He's like the guy at the VFW that will come in and pay for everybody's drinks, but people don't really like him. That's what I think.
Perhaps. Yeah,
but he is funny as shit. And she says, yes, clothes are uncomfortable and hurt. I just randomly take them off like a toddler. Yeah, that's what you do. That's how we do. So was there anything else from our friend that you found to be remarkable?
I thought it was pretty funny that he was like, yeah, Obama's gay.
He started going on because there was death at the Obama compound, and now it's for sale, and nobody is answering any questions about where the Obamas were and who it was and the Secret Serviceman that was there, and there's some questions being asked. But
that's a whole lot of people.
The thing that's interesting, quiet. But there's an interesting thing about the people in Florida.
Yeah.
Or at least in that Publix parking lot. And I don't know if this is a global issue or if it's that Publix. Every time I'm in that Publix parking lot, 2 things happen. One, some dude is checking out my tits or my ass, whatever.
Well,
and which is weird because I'm not that hot.
Well, you can't blame them for having.
But I got a lot. I got a lot going on up here and back there, so it happens. And then random men will start political conversations with me. And the thing about Floridians is the friendliest ones are the ones that within 5 minutes are going to shove Jesus or politics down your throat. And or
their big Italian sausage.
He didn't shove his big Italian sausage down his throat. He didn't even show it to us, which I was kind of disappointed by. But the moral of the story is we all have an open heart and an open mind and treat people with kindness and respect and compassion. And,
we
maybe
hope to.
Not everybody's going to be for us, but, we get to learn something from them or, be entertained by them or some combination thereof, because even people that you don't want to be like can teach you something.
Oh, absolutely.
So I mean, hey, listen, I had a good laugh and it distracted me from feeling shitty. So I'm pretty okay with that.
It was, yeah, he was definitely one of those guys that, like, he was super funny and super interesting. I applaud his heroism in Vietnam. Kind of one of those guys that only wants to talk about himself.
Yes.
And we've run into not quite a few, but a few of those.
I think a lot of people are really lonely and they just want to tell their story to someone. And I'm happy to.
But we felt good about it afterwards. We're like, oh, that, like, he was really happy to talk to us and really happy to tell about.
That's something I'd like to start doing, is just like interviewing random people on the podcast. That'd be cool as shit.
Yeah,
because I think most people have an interesting story to tell. They just need the platform to do it. Anne says, I am not so sure that guy's on the up and up. It seems like those talk just are blowhards. I think that there are people out there that just like to talk and are blowhards, but I think that there are people that are blowhards that have it to back it up. Oh. You can shove that right up your ass. I first of all, the truck was a brandy new truck. This guy definitely gave off vibes of success through his shady manners.
Well, he definitely had made some money in his life, and more power to him. He looked like a hardworking guy.
But it wasn't like he was bragging like, "Oh, I'm this great guy."
He worked for Zayers.
He was mostly bragging about being like deceitful. And again, that's not something I'm down with. But he was funny, and there was a lot of stuff, like the way he talked about his wife not being able to take care of the kids. The woman was exhausted after dealing with little boys all day and expected you to have some help. But what did you do? You ran in the backyard. Like, that wasn't good. There were enough things about him that were not favorable that I find it to be believable. And I don't know that some guy in the random parking lot is going to be able to know all the places that he knew. Like, I think that there was maybe some of it was exaggerated. I don't know, but it did seem plausible to us at the time. It still does now. Cindy says, do you blame them? No, but I just wish that they would subscribe to my OnlyFans and they can see whatever they want. They can see whatever they want. I will shove something up my ass even. It could happen. As long as it has a flange. And if you haven't understand the importance of a flange, you should watch probably podcast 1 through 100. We talked about the podcast 7. over and over and over and over. And just be careful, kids. You put something up your ass, it doesn't have a flange, it's going to get stuck up.
And a pleasurable use of Crisco.
We're going to make fun of you.
Also available at Publix.
Do not use fucking Crisco as lube. You always use coconut oil. Coconut oil or some water-based lubricant that's compatible with the condoms of choice.
There's some Mormon couple that's doing a Mormon marriage podcast, and they're like, oh, or Amish. No, they're Amish, and they're like, don't be using the coconut oil.
Dude, I have to do the fucking
use the Crisco.
I have to do the SEO optimization for our fucking podcast and the keywords, and I really should put Mormon relationships, Crisco, disco, pride.
I don't know if that was a good Mormon or Amish invitation, but I apologize.
Cindy says, which Publix is this? I need to hang out more often there. I typically sit in the Jeep while my husband runs in. That's exactly what happened. This is Cape Coral Parkway in Santa Barbara Publix. That's our Publix of choice. I have a pub tip for you.
Oh, a pub tip.
Get yourself a pub sub. Get the Italian pub sub. Get it on a bed of spinach. Boom. You have an antipasta salad. And if you have a lovely husband who will take some mustard and mayonnaise and a little bit of avocado oil and mix it up, you have a delightful dressing. Cindy's laughing about something, which is good.
Well, no, probably I don't know, OnlyFans, I think she was laughing.
She is laughing.
Archduke has made an appearance.
Archbishop.
It's a duke. Addressing
I'm trying to click on things and it's not working. Jesus. Stacy, you have OnlyFans? I have only no fans. If you're interested in subscribing to my OnlyFans page, make an offer.
She has one fan, me.
Currently, Doug. Oh, speaking of,
no. I don't.
It's funny as shit. I'm not going to tell all the graphic details.
All right, fine.
So we're listening to the sex playlist last night. And sorry. First, I was not feeling well. We have the Theragun. Doug is using it on my various parts of my body. Unfortunately, none of them were my private parts.
Nothing.
The rest of my body, like my feet and stuff, which I'm wondering if it's part of the reason why I don't feel good today, if I'm having a herx. But if you don't know herx is, it's a Herxenheimer reaction. It's a thing that people with chronic illnesses, particularly Lyme, have. As bacteria die off, they release biotoxins, toxins into your body, and they make you feel like shit, especially if your lymph nodes are clogged and your body can't detox. And if you don't sweat, if you don't piss, and if you don't shit, all the things I have problem with. So he's using that on me. It felt very good. And then eventually we turned it into some sexy time.
Wow, wow.
He was doing the sexy time stuff, and I put on the sex playlist. By the way, if you want a link to our Spotify sex playlist, I'm happy to share it with you. 9 Inch Nails, Closer, White Men in Black Suits, Everclear, Chains by
some. It's a cover version of the Fleetwood
Chains, a couple other songs, Slow Hands.
Whatever.
Anyway,
I don't know. You put it together.
Closer by 9 Inch Nails. This is what we fucked to. So at one point, I flip over, and suddenly. I thought that we were going to do something. I thought he was just going to come at me. And instead, his head went somewhere else. And I said, oh, we're doing this.
We're doing this now.
I didn't know. Okay. I was surprised.
She was so high.
We're doing this. Oh, we're doing this now.
My goodness. This is a thing. Okay. This is on the menu.
Which it can't help but be reminded of the fact that I looked at my grandmother and said, you would know about her orgasm. Like, oh, we're doing this.
Oh, we're doing this now.
Like, I feel like that's what my grandmother would say when she had an orgasm. Oh, we're doing this.
Oh, I'm doing this.
Maybe I was channeling my grandmother at that moment.
Maybe. I don't know. You were pretty high.
If ghosts can visit you,
yeah,
I would want my grandmother to inhibit my body so she could experience an orgasm. Is that a thing?
That's called a.
Is it weird if you get my grandma off if she's in ghost form in my body? Is that weird?
Does it count as a three-way?
I guess so. You can tell people. Hang on. I just need to know. Wait, is this some spooky Halloween shit? Where like, is it a horror movie in the making? Whereas my grandmother inhibits my body and my husband, it's like a horror porn comedy incest flick. So
how is it incest?
Because she's my grandmother.
But she's inhibiting your body,
and she's
as a
related,
vessel.
And she's first cousins with my grandfather.
Oh yeah, well then.
Okay, so
I guess you're
my
right.
grandmother. So we're picture this.
I don't want to.
Cape Coral, 2023. A half crippled middle-aged woman with stretch marks and a fat ass. Somehow guilts her husband into having sex with her again. Peg Bundy. And he's rubbing her with an apparatus, and suddenly her grandmother takes over her body.
Hi, Shani. Give it to me.
She's about to experience
Give
her
it to
first
me
orgasm,
hard.
and she goes, "Oh, we're doing this." Hey, at least she would know now.
At least she would know.
You haven't seen the story about You Would Know, you should probably watch.
Yeah, we have to pull up. We have to figure out what number that was.
Such a good story.
Let's catch up on
the comments.
Cindy does not like pub subs, and she's the weirdo that prefers Subway.
So you're supposed to read it in the first person as a quote.
My name is Cindy.
She doesn't say my name.
Don't know how she sounds.
She says Cindy Burnett. Yeah, but I don't say do an impression of her unless you can, but you do.
Oh, I hate pub subs. I'm the weirdo that prefers Subway.
Well, aren't you fancy? I don't particularly like to eat yoga mats, but I do.
Yoga mats.
I do like a pub sub salad. I don't eat the bread. And then Cindy is laughing at Crisco versus coconut oil.
The struggle is real.
Do not use Crisco. Use coconut oil. Side note: if you do it long enough, your husband smells coconut and he gets a boner, even if he's 57 and almost 50. He can have a birthday.
She wants you to tell all the details. Tracy says it's only weird if he believes it was your grandma and not you.
Did you believe it was my grandma?
Any port in a storm, folks. That's all I'm saying.
Did you believe it was my grandma? My grandmother was like an A cup even with her implants. You like big titties. You do. You like big titties. Just tell America that you like big titties.
Who doesn't? Ladies love them. Girls adore them. Even the ones that never saw them. Tracy says you would know. She also says pub subs are amazeballs. I miss them so much.
I got to tell you, we had plenty subs today. Fuck that. That was busy. Disappointment.
Yeah,
they put onions in my
lots of onions in the steak.
It wasn't good. And then the meatball was bleh.
When and Archduke says when you said playlist, I thought it was a playlist of sex acts, not songs. But that's a good idea. You could have like a thing, and maybe you have a remote and like a light goes on next to that position.
Dude, I'm barely keeping my eyes open right now. How am I going to keep my eyes open through a sex act? Sydney says, I swear the four of us need to hang out. I swear the way Stacey thinks is identical to myself, and my husband is like Doug. Oh, fuck. Here we go again. Well, let's make plans.
You'll encourage each other, and then the world will be a like. I don't think the world can handle it. I don't think I can.
I would love to hang out with you, but I just want to let you know right now, I'm going to cancel like 9 times because I can never fucking reliably do anything. I have not driven my hot ass neighbor to work in like a week and a half. I feel like the biggest fucking asshole on the planet. I wake up in the morning. Like right now, my head hurts so unbelievably bad, and I have head pressure starting at the base of my fucking neck. I want to fucking die, and I'm so sick of being sick. And today I sat there with my blanket over my head and cried for a while and had a big fight with Doug. Not really a big fight. It was like a little.
It wasn't even a. I didn't.
He will not kill me.
I will not kill
her. He will
her.
not be taken to Switzerland for euthanasia. He's a dick. So yeah, let's make plans that we'll cancel 5 times. And I still haven't hung out with, let's see, Jackie and Jamie, what's his name? Josh,
Jillian,
my Russian friend,
Pasito.
I haven't hung out with anybody, like nobody.
I don't know. They do sound like they'd be fun to hang around with.
Everybody's fucking fun. The hack sets. I haven't hung out with anybody.
We haven't hung out with them.
Lisa and her husband, the Pompeys.
Yep.
Tracy says I like big tits and I cannot lie.
I told you, everybody loves them.
Your wife has big tits, from what I can gather. And your rack will not quit. I enjoyed that little back brace bustier situation you got going. You look hot as shit. Cindy says, Doug, I have a very country West Virginia accent. Adorable. We have another friend who has a very country accent, but she might have a drinking problem. Every picture on her Facebook, drinks. I'm starting to worry. Stop being an asshole to yourself, from Tracy. I've been really having a hard time. I have not been feeling good about myself emotionally. I have not been feeling good physically. I have not had any energy. I am trying so hard and I have nothing left. And today and the last, I don't know, couple weeks, I've been getting increasingly frustrated with all the things that I cannot do. And I'm just barely getting through every day without putting my head in the fucking oven. It's an electric oven. It's not going to do anything.
Not going to do anything.
And then Cindy says, that's the fucking point. And that's okay, Stacey. Remember that I'm very sick. Also just got my 3rd pick and starting 24/7 meds on the CAD pump. So I'll cancel 1,000 times also. Sounds like a plan.
All right, done.
I'm sorry to hear that you're going through that. I pray for all of us sickos every day. Tracy says, yes, her tits are amazing. Picture of my tits 6 pounds bigger, is where they were prior to my breast reduction. Get it, girl. Tracy says, you're amazing and I love you. I love you more. And can I ask a question? It's a personal question. You don't have to answer if you don't want to. But do lesbians do titty fucking? Do you try to put a titty in each other's twat or rub it up on your twat? Is that something you try to do? I've never thought about it. Just wondering.
Thought about it.
Well, you rub your dick on my tits. You love to rub your dick between my tits. That's your favorite thing.
It's not my favorite thing.
It's top 10.
How many things can I do with my? Never mind.
Would you like to have a list of all the things you have done with your dick? We almost fucked in the middle of Ding Darling the other day.
Almost.
Because we're like newlyweds.
Well, that,
sorry,
and
kids,
it was
the
birds were chirping. It was the rivers rushing by.
We're turned on by birds
and iguanas. I pretend that I don't like the conversations that come out of you for the most part. Sometimes I'm a little embarrassed by them, hence the previous point. But here's my thing.
You didn't even really share her comments.
All right, so Cindy says the point was to Doug about the conversations that could happen if the 4 of us got together. So here's the thing: I don't want anybody encouraging the nonsense. It happens on its own. Okay, I go into Publix, nonsense happens.
Can we just consider for a fact that I've been feeling super depressed and super lonely and really down on myself, and I could really use any encouragement I could get at this point.
Now I look like the big asshole.
You are a big asshole. Not all the time.
Sometimes.
Oh my God.
So, yeah.
I've been feeling really down on myself lately, and every time I talk, Doug ignores me, or every time I talk, I'm like, hey, this idea, and he just completely blows me off. I don't matter. And he's the only person that is there for me. I have friends that are there, and I hate to say that because the people that are here are fantastic to me. You guys always check on me, and I know if I need anything and I went to you, you would be there for me, and I know that you'd be there to listen. But I mean in the day-to-day of it all, that's gonna take care of me. And you guys all do so much for me. I'm so grateful, but it doesn't begin to compare to what Doug does for me. And I don't have any family. My kids don't talk to me. It's hard. And when Doug hurts my feelings, and he's often oblivious
and usually don't mean to.
No, sometimes you'll fucking make jokes when I'm crying, and you'll just keep making fucking jokes because you can't stop yourself. I think
it's my coping mechanism.
It's not healthy. It's not good. But it's you do what your brothers do to you. I don't like it. Anyway, so that's been hard. But it is 8:59 and we had more things to talk about. So what did we do on fucking Sunday?
Sunday was
hang on while you think about that.
Okay.
Tracy says we try to suffocate each other with our tits. Well, that's fun. I say it would be a glamorous way to go. If you have any video footage of that, Trace, I would appreciate it.
It's probably on your hard drive under the words nom 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 nom.
I imagine you're trying to pack right now, but when you get settled, that would be nice.
Oh, I think I have a photo of just that. But so we'll continue.
And then Cindy says my hubs is usually embarrassed, but he's learned to just embrace them. Yeah, I think that's pretty much what happens with everybody who knows me. These are two versions of people. They've gotten used to me being absolutely fucking ridiculous and they encourage it, or they don't talk to me anymore. Can you pull that comment up? My computer, it's too slow.
She's nom 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 nom.
I'm going to close up because it's too slow.
And Archduke says that titty fucking is fun for both parties. I don't know how much is true.
It's fun for the lady, but I don't know if a lady, like a lesbian lady fucking another lesbian lady with a tit. I don't know if that does anything.
I want to see if my relative photo is
See, that's the thing. I'm not opposed to being a lesbian. I'm not opposed to being gay. Do whatever you want. Let your freak flag fly. However, I feel like you have less options if you have if you have two dicks or you have two vaginas, you have less options.
Well, less natural options, but more.
No, because you can do the freaky device things.
Yeah.
No matter what you've got going on.
That's true.
I think you get that's the only downside, but you do get to double your wardrobe and probably more disposable income. So whatever works for you guys.
I found this picture online the other day, and it kind of reminded me like that could be Stacy, like maybe 20 years ago or something. Like I'm thinking that
I think that's a fairly recent picture.
Oh, okay.
But
I thought that was that goes in line with our conversation.
Yeah, well, I do like motorboating. It is getting hot and I'm getting dizzy, so we should be. Well, you had some things you wanted to share.
Oh, I did. I had some photos to show, but if you're dizzy and gonna puke, I'd rather.
I'm very proud of you for uploading.
Oh, okay, all right.
What are you doing?
So I realized I have to. Oh, well, let me open these first. Hang on.
I would open all the ones you want to show, and then you can just pull them up one by one. This is why we need a producer.
Hang on. See, I was prepared and everything.
What kind of?
That was for tonight that we don't want to show.
You don't want to show these.
Hopefully, and then you go file open, and they should open all within each other. Okay. All right. So
go to the other screen because we can't see any of this.
Boom, boom. All right. So I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to go through this content window. Boom. Okay. So here are some things that I thought were good. A rare cumulo pumpkin cloud. Look at this. Somebody took this picture, and it's a goddamn pumpkin. Day before, on October 29th, 2021. Somebody reposted it. But I thought that was pretty good. So then I realized my friends are talking about Tom Brady, and they give me crap because, the Pats won all these rings and all this other stuff. And then I realized that Tom Brady and this gentleman right here, Mr. Liberace, are essentially the same person.
Do you think that Liberace wore Uggs, or do you think he said they were like absurd for women?
I don't know. I have nothing but respect for Liberace.
Uggs are not a good look unless you're like an 8-year-old girl.
Yeah. So here's another view of the Jeep where we parked, and let's
I'm slightly on the line there.
Yeah, but you had to be because that Dodge
sports car was like 45, it was over the line. So I'm like,
yeah.
And that's not a spot there, so it was fine.
That's right. There was no spot next door. I've uncovered this little gem in Florida. It's Florida's first snow park. It's called Snowcat Ridge. It's up in the Tampa area. You get skating. You've got tubing. You've got igloo rentals. All kinds of stuff. You can have snowball fights, things like that. I don't know how they do it. I'm curious to do it.
I'm literally dying.
This photo of Bill Belichick was posted after the loss. Just made me laugh.
But that's funny because we beat Miami, but the Patriots beat us.
Yeah, well, us being Bills. Yeah. And then we beat the crap out of Miami.
So it could go either way.
Yeah, so you just never know. Any given Sunday, as they say. Being a Bills fan isn't stressful at all, said Cody, age 33, which I thought was worth sharing. Cape Cod, this happens twice a year where the sun aligns for the sunrise and sunset. Boom. Kind of amazing. And
I don't know if we should give credit to the man who took it. It looks like it's Wayne S. Collymore or perhaps somebody else, but he posted it in the Cape Cod Cape Cod photography page.
Yeah, which I don't
not even a member of.
Yeah, I don't know why that. Okay, somebody must have shared it, whatever. And so
No, it's just Facebook.
We did a little trip to the dollar store to get some Halloween type.
Oh boy, did we ever!
And we kind of went a little overboard, but
we
needed a couple of other things.
How did we go overboard? How did we go overboard?
There was how many things per kid?
Like 10.
It was more than 10.
Dollar Tree. It was not more than 10.
It was at least 15.
The whole order was $40. I got
$43.
$43. I got you 12 of those fucking pill things. They're $1.25 a piece.
Yeah. So there was $31 worth of stuff.
And they're $1.25 a piece.
Yes.
So I got about 10 items each.
Okay, whatever. So I just thought we always go overboard. And so we're walking around the dollar store, and I realized somebody must have got thirsty.
12 items. I bought them 12 items.
Grabbed this from the cooler, had themselves a little drink, and just set it on the shelf.
Or you can buy that can for $1.25.
Well, it was funny because there was a single can was missing out of the cooler up in the front. I just saw it sitting there. I'm like, that's classic dollar store stuff right there. I don't know. It made me laugh.
Anything else?
No, that's it.
Well, what about? Let's look at the comments.
Let's see. She was proud that I was prepared.
Scroll up a little bit more.
I think that. Oh,
no, there's more. There's all kinds of more.
Exactly. For me, mostly just quit talking to me and we'll talk to myself. Okay.
That's what I do. Be it a
they make toys of all shapes and sizes.
Yes, they do.
All right.
Thank you, Cindy.
They also make some toys that if I'm in a store like that,
they're scary.
I don't know what the hell it does. I don't know. What do you do with this thing?
There's a lot of them that are scary.
Yeah. Perfect. I think she was talking about the motorboating photo. I am proud that you were prepared. I was I didn't know that conversation was going to go to the motorboating.
And here we are.
That's awesome. Smiley face in the sky. They are the same person. Reincarnation. Well, they can't be because Liberace died in the 80s.
Maybe then, Tom Brady's a robot. I believe it.
I don't know. He could be.
I've been seeing these things on TikTok. I don't know if they're real or fake or what, with like AI robots at games. Yeah, I've seen a couple TikToks. I don't know. I haven't really looked into it, but there was these AI. What do you call like an AI robot? Like a human like robot.
Oh, like a cyborg. Like RoboCop. So then I will go back. She goes. So she was
creepy as shit.
Tracy was laughing at the Bill Belichick photo. It's a great photo. That Cape Cod photo took some patience. That was amazing.
The most unusual. This is from Citizen.digital. Blah blah blah. I don't know if it's true, but this is what I searched. The most unusual thing occurred at the SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles on September 11th, 2023, during NFL game between the Miami Dolphins versus the Los Angeles Chargers. During the game, 4 AI robots were spotted amongst the crowds. This really spooked out the fans. They were creepy as shit.
No.
If you thought that Megan was creepy, even creepier.
And if you haven't seen the Megan movie, watch it.
Good.
It's
fun
good
for the whole family.
It's good. Cape Cod photo took some patience. Yeah, because that happens in Manhattan too. There's like a Manhattan like one day a year, like the sun rises or sets and down this one road.
You skipped your comment. She said LML Billy Boy.
Yeah, Bill Belichick. I mentioned it.
Oh. And then Ann says that's a cool place. In Orlando, they have ice every year. You have to wear a parka and gloves on the ice sculptures are beyond belief. It's cold, but they have so much fun. They have an ice slide also. I don't mind doing cold.
And then Archduke says, look at all the biodomes. Yes, they had the domes.
Who had the domes?
The Winter Wonderland place.
Oh,
they're called igloos.
Charlie, I would love for you to do a tour of your biodomes for us. I'd like to know what you're doing. Are you going to live in the RV? You're going to live in the biodome? Do you have water? Do you have heat? What are you doing for your black tank? What are you doing for your clear tank? Consider a composting toilet? I'm curious. I'm exhausted. It's 9:09 and I really don't feel good. So we're going to wrap up. We're super thankful. As always, we'd love to hear what you guys are grateful for. We're super thankful for everybody who watches and comments on the podcast. It helps us out, makes us feel good about ourselves. I mean, who do we have tonight? Cheryl. My Aunt Cheryl was here. Thank you, Aunt Cheryl. Yeah. I love you so much. Anne, love you. Randall.
Liberia.
We look forward to hearing from you, Randall. Tom, we love you.
stopped by.
Big turtle supporter. Donna, awesome. Love Donna. Tracy, well, I don't know what to say, but we love you. And we're really thinking about you guys as you plan to move. Cindy, we're praying for you. We hope you feel better. You've been through so much. Trace too. Geez, they've got a lot going on. Ian and Elias, we're just praying for all the fucking sick people is really what it comes down to. Charlie, we pray for you too because, a little sick in the head. And we wouldn't have you any other way. Is there anybody we forgot? If there's anybody we forgot, we feel like assholes. Oh, Todd was here. Hey, Todd.
I want to know if you've ever said anything remotely flustered Tracy with any of your banter. I don't think so.
Tracy is not a shrinking violet.
Yeah. But I'm
she's a full bloom violet. Is what
you might have to work harder.
Violet Beauregard. Ann says good night. Well, I'm working on my gratitude right now, so then I'll do the good night. But so the gratitude, I'm thankful. I'm thankful you played cribbage with me today.
It was fun.
I'm thankful.
Did I win today? I don't even know. I don't think
not at all. You were terrible today.
Oh, I was terrible.
But I do thank you for the dicking last night. That was delightful.
You're welcome,
I didn't know we were doing that, but here we are.
We're doing this now.
We're doing this now. I am thankful.
Sorry. This is a big one. Huddy Huts in the house.
He says you missed me, but I got on late. I didn't.
That's right. He didn't comment.
If you don't comment, we don't know you're here.
Yeah, we don't know.
You got to comment.
You're like a lurker.
Yeah,
that's what we call you if you don't.
And apparently now you can send us stars, which I think are like money. So
which is good.
Send us some stars. Oh, and also thinking about getting OnlyFans. Would you like to subscribe? How much would you be willing to pay for a monthly subscription?
Well, what are you gonna do in the OnlyFans? Like a trampoline? Like trampoline? I'm gonna swim around.
I'm gonna do the same thing as I do now, but I'm just gonna do
You're just gonna film it.
I'm just gonna do them more naked.
Tuesday, sick on couch.
Sit on couch naked. Oh. Scratch twat. Sit on couch naked. Queef. Sit on couch naked.
I gotta go.
Play with herself. Try to relieve pain. Sit on couch naked. Put blanket overhead and cry. Why do you keep leaving? You're only a foot away. He's being dramatic.
Oh, shame.
Tracy says, so thankful for Monday to be done. Thankful that I could make it through tonight, even though it was late. I'm thankful you made it. I'm thankful for laughs. I just want to call out to Doug for one hell of an imagination for seeing things the average person doesn't. Hell yeah, he does. Honey says, looks like I got on just in time. Dicking time. Oh, there's been all this dicking. He said, I'm really on time now. Oh, Huddy, I miss you so much.
Don't even know.
Can we play with you?
Yeah, we were talking about Huddy. It's been like a year since we've seen Huddy because his anniversary of his party showed up this week on the memories.
Oh, I didn't see that because I haven't been looking at my memories because I've been sad and hiding under my blanket and crying. But I will say this. Some of you may have been paying attention. I have been fantasizing hard for quite some time about living in an RV. And I have come up with a means to which I believe that we could save some money to then invest in some land that we perhaps either build an RV park on, live in, or start a cult on. Any one of the above. And it would involve us full-timing in an RV starting next year when our lease is up. So I've been running by Doug and doing some research and so forth, and we've been talking about it quite a bit. And so we don't spend any money. We don't go anywhere. We don't do anything. But before we're going to make that kind of commitment that, again, would save us, I've been like literally doing the numbers. Like, you should see the spreadsheet.
Everything's a spreadsheet.
I'll show you guys the spreadsheet at some point. Today is not the day because I just started it today. But, I can't do anything that I have to like really concentrate on, but I can be baked and just fuck off. And I can't show it to you right now, but there's like 8 tabs of this spreadsheet, and each tab's got like links and values and budgets and the whole fucking 9 yards. It's like the launching of a space shuttle at fucking NASA. And Huddy says, miss you guys more, not possible. And he says, also, I got an RV pad ready for you. So I thought John's RV was there, but we're thinking about renting. So what I think we might do is at some point when Doug has a long weekend to rent a small class C or B plus, as people are calling them, and go on a little adventure. And it might be cool to go visit Huddy and Emily. Maybe do a little bit of check out Live Oak. And what is that other place that I wanted to check out that's up there? Ocala. Maybe we hit a little wiki-watchy and go see the mermaids and the
and then manatees. It's probably a little hop, skip, and jump up to Lumberjack City, where the
all I know is that the Florida
Tracy and Beck are.
I don't know, and I don't think that we would have time for all.
Well,
that
we haven't been invited
weekend, but we will invite ourselves, and they already have a camper. We can just stay there. But there is the Florida Man contest coming up, and that's going to be in St. Augustine. Mark your calendars, kids. And I will be happy to buy your nuts. P.S. Hud, did you know that you could make yourself a Boondocker's welcome?
Ooh, good point.
We'll be your first ones. Well, he kind of is already because John goes there. And then we were talking about it, how if we start an RV traveling around the country and posting about it and stuff, our friends are all going to want to join us. And we said that you would join and you would have a cool ass pickup truck with a fifth wheel behind it,
With a
toy hauler
with the bike.
and with a bike in the back.
Yeah.
And we think our friends the Scots are going to get a Class A
Scots aren't
toy
fun.
hauler, and then they're going to have
with a Peloton in the back instead.
They have to have a Peloton in the back, and then they fold the deck down, and then they can do rock shows back there. Even though they play different music. And we had ideas for everybody.
I can play down to Brent's style.
What kind of RV do you think Ann would be in our caravan?
Ann?
Our caravan.
Ann would be in like the.
I think she'd be in a tab.
No, she'd be in the VW bus.
How many people can be in VW buses in this caravan that we have?
I'm telling you, you're asking me a question. I'm answering that she's going to be in a VW bus.
I think that she could be in a tab. I see her in a tab.
Okay,
cozy.
She doesn't make any sense to her because she doesn't know what a tab is.
If you knew what a tab was, you would know. Huddy said John doesn't have an RV yet. That's all yours right now.
Ooh, we could beat him to the punch.
Jesus, Huddy, why didn't you tell me that before I signed the lease yesterday and renewed for a year? I would have bought an RV instead. So we just want.
How fast does Huddy get sick of us?
We'll be in our self-contained unit. He can just send us to our room.
Stacey, I don't know how to do a Huddy. I haven't. No, you don't even have an.
You
accent.
need to learn how to do a Huddy though, because he's so great.
But he's from Minnesota, so it's probably like a don't you know kind of like.
It's really not.
No, he doesn't really have an accent.
He has like a little bit of a nasally voice.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. We kind of like it comes from up here.
Not in a bad way though.
He's fine. Like, he's good. No, he's fantastic. I don't think he would get sick.
I love Huddy's voice.
He would not.
I love Huddy. I just love hanging out with him. And Huddy, you haven't been here for all the podcasts, but like at least once a week, I talk about how I have a crush on you. I'm like, Doug, just so you know, crush Huddy, Todd.
Well, he's a powerful man of authority, or at least he used to be.
I like that.
I don't know if he's powerful or what kind of authority.
I need a little bit of scolding. I'm a bad girl, as you're aware.
And we did not do a tribute to Matthew Perry.
Oh shit, we should talk about Matthew Perry.
Wait,
Huddy says that's because I have a cold. Well, you need a sinus balm. I'll bring you one. And he says never, and I don't know what that is. Well, I always have a crush on you. Trace says I think Doug does too.
He would never get sick of us.
Oh, okay. Do you have a crush on Huddy? A little bit.
No, he's a good dude though. Like
did we get a tribute to Matthew Perry? So let's talk about. I've still got the handcuffs.
That's awesome.
Bring it, Daddy.
All right, so
you have the foot ones too. I like that.
The foot ones?
Yeah, they have like shackles for your feet.
Do you have an orange jumpsuit?
Do you have like a deer stand, like the thing where you hang the deer and you got it? What fun for the whole family.
It should be fun for your husband, and that's where you draw the line. But apparently. It's
because of all
with
of
every retired cop in the state of Florida.
Of course, because of all of my illicit affairs that I'm having while I can't even get out of bed and I have a goddamn hot flash as we speak. I just talked about queefing on the sofa. Nobody wants to fuck me. I have to force you to do it.
Well, irregardless, Huddy has the leg shackles.
Nice.
And a hog tie. Well, the hog tie is for actual hogs that you find out on your lawn.
That's well, and they eat. Huddy's got a lot of people eating his nuts. Is really what it comes down to. Huddy's nuts, they're everywhere. For those of you who do not know, Huddy recently bought a property and it has pecan grove on it. So he has nuts everywhere.
Is it pecan or
pecan?
I believe it's pecan. It's really,
if you don't pronounce it correctly, he's going to put you in the leg shackles.
If you're into pecan, that's your own thing.
So I'm going to do it wrong just so I can get in trouble. So more things that
I
agree. What?
He said whips, chains, and handcuffs. Fantastic. He said, just need a bigger truck I can join for RV adventure. But we missed one here. Huddy. He said all the pecan trees blew away, or the pecans blew away in the hurricane.
Uh-oh.
So somebody east of you
back. I'm sorry.
Has a lot of pecans for free.
They're like, this is the most fucked up hail I've ever seen in my life.
The Lord has bequeathed unto me pecans.
Their Prius is dented as shit. Well, I hope you guys are recovering okay. It looked like you did. Like I don't know if the pool made it, but he had a lot of trees down. But it looked like they did okay relative to how you can do in a hurricane. Well, and I was just glad everybody was okay. So please let us know because we've been thinking about you, but less so because we thought you were fine. Okay, so what the rest of we're thankful for? I'm thankful. I'm thankful for people that make me laugh. I'm thankful for the fucking total strangers that tell me their life story in a fucking parking lot because it'll entertain me and my friends for fucking years. I'm not really a judgy person per se, but I do have a strange sense of humor. And I thank you for amusing me. Actually, I thank the guy who parked like shit on Saturday for amusing me. Oh, Saturday we went to the Dollar Tree and then I wanted to go to fucking Target. And I couldn't go to Target because I felt like shit. I barely made it through the Dollar Tree. And I'm thankful for the big parking lot in Target so nobody saw me crying in my Jeep. I'm also thankful that you put up with me today while I had the sadness and the marijuana. And I am thankful for the sex things that you did to me last night. And I'm thankful that today is over and hopefully tomorrow will be better.
I believe Dave Matthews Band had an album called Sadness and Marijuana.
Maybe. Can you talk some more things?
Things I'm grateful for. I am grateful that Halloween is going to bring joy to millions.
Oh, hang on. I just saw this. Charlie, it was Charlie that said I need a bigger truck and I can join you on the RV adventure. You have a truck. If you need a bigger one, you have money, go buy it. Let's do this. P.S. Zach is selling his F-150, but it's not enough to pull your thing. Dually. But his F-150, he's only asking like $8,000 for it, and it's in fucking mint condition.
It's a good truck.
If anybody's looking for a pickup truck in Massachusetts, Zach's pickup. It's an F-150 extended cab with a cool bed cover. It's got reasonably low miles. It's a little bit older, but it's like in brand new condition. If you're looking,
it's got the nice tonneau cover that folds. It's very good.
If you're somebody who's looking for, and it's the full cab, not even like the crew cab. If you know somebody who's looking for a vehicle or somebody who's looking for a way to make money, if you have a truck, you have a way to make money. So what else are you thankful for, baby?
Oh, I can't even. I'm thankful for technology, of course. Mm-hmm. I'm thankful for good people in the world. I don't really have a lot of specifics. I'm thankful for not having to cook.
Not having that feeling of gratitude.
I am thankful that I didn't have to cook dinner.
Which would be thanks to Costco and the charcuterie tray for $13.99.
It's got
everything.
Stuff in it.
It's got 2 kinds of meat, cheese, rice crackers, chocolate covered something, and olives.
Yeah.
Did I say cheese?
Yeah, cheese. Yeah.
So it was very good.
So I'm just thankful for that because after working and stuff like that. Anyways, I think I was thankful to be able to take a lunch today because I had a bunch of meetings on these projects and I got to enjoy cribbage with you.
Yay.
It's all good.
So we love you guys. And Trace says, I love my F-150, great truck if you are looking. Yeah. And, not everybody has money for fancy lesbian money for a big old truck. So if you don't have fancy lesbian money for a big old truck and you're a working man, Zach's truck is the way.
All the lesbian money has Susan B. Anthony.
I hope it does.
Harriet Tubman.
I think lesbians should get their own currency. They deserve
I don't know if Harriet Tubman was a lesbian, but I'm
gonna make my own Lescoin. I mean, like a
Dogecoin, kind of like a crypto.
I'm gonna make Lescoin and make it a cryptocurrency for lesbians.
That's fantastic. Do the lesbians benefit from this, or is it like okay?
Because it's like, oh, it's Lescoin. Do you take Lescoin? You know that you're a gay company,
very good,
gay friendly company. No, don't be woke. Just be gay friendly.
No, you should be woke.
Just be like, hey, I'm a lesbian. You're a lesbian.
Other people's feelings.
Let's support each other's economies. I mean, I think people want to do business with people they know, like, and trust, and maybe things that they have in common. Like, hey, are you going to support my kid's soccer team? No, because Johnny has 2 mommies. Well, you probably don't want to use them. But if they're like, oh, hey, look, I take Lescoin.
Right.
Oh, do you want to sponsor Johnny's soccer team? Oh, hell yeah, Johnny has 2 mommies. It's all about perspective, people.
She loves the Lescoin idea. I think there's potential there. But do we have to stop at Lescoin?
No, you can make gay coin. You can make retired cop coin. You can make stoner hippie coin. Just divide everybody into little categories by cryptocurrency.
Well,
never shall they meet.
Wait. So
cryptocurrency gangs.
Is Lescoin? Well, here's the thing.
Lescoin has a good ring to it.
Lescoin should be worth more than like racist coin. Like if they are like a racist and you have like this little
like
racist
a KKK
group,
coin.
but it should be worth less because they're foul people. So,
well, it just honestly, the value of a currency is based on how many people are willing to invest in
right.
it
Well, let's hope
and
there
partake
there's,
and
there's
circulate
no
the
market
money.
for a racist coin.
There's
'cause we
plenty
don't
of
like
market
that.
for racist coin. I'm
Well,
sure
we
just
know
like there's
that,
plenty
but
of
then-
market for lesbian coin. And I'm telling you, if the returns are high enough on any
Ooh.
kind of coin, I'm gonna
You know
fucking
what you
buy
can't
it.
do? You can't do closet coin. Because
We
if
can't
you
do closet
spend the
coin.
closet coin, you're outing yourself from using closet. Or maybe
everybody should out
or
themselves.
maybe
I want everyone to feel comfortable being whoever they want to
right.
be.
No, I understand. But if you use closet coin, that's how people know you're on the down low. Like you see some
And it requires that you sign an NDA before you accept it.
And you give him the closet coin. And he's like,
coin. There's certain coins out there require that you signed an NDA before you can use or accept them. Closet coin.
You got to be proof. We need proof of the
coin.
lesbian thing or the whatever.
Donna says porn coin. I think porn coin is already a thing.
Yeah, I think it probably is.
Whatever they use on OnlyFans. I really need an OnlyFans. Right. We need money. Anyway, I'm tired and I feel like dog shit.
We're going back in the air conditioning.
I love you guys. I appreciate all your participation.
Thanks for coming.
We'll look forward to seeing you again soon. Hopefully tomorrow, but
who knows? Happy Halloween if we don't see you.
Who fucking knows if I'll be alive? Happy Halloween.